Welcome everyone, join us today as we pay tribute to Michael Holliday, one of Britain's most beloved crooners of the late 1950s, known for his smooth voice and effortless charm. So let's dive in. Michael Holliday, born Norman Alexander Milne on the 26th of November 1924, in Liverpool, Lancashire, in England. He was zodiac sign Sagittarius. Born the second of three sons to Cissy and Robert Milne, the family moved from Hague Street to 40 St Agnes Road, Kirkdale, where he lived until his show business career took him beyond Liverpool. His father, often away at sea, was absent for much of his childhood. Times were tough, and even a wireless was a luxury they couldn't afford. However, while attending St Alphonsus School, Michael visited a friend's house and heard Bing Crosby on the radio for the first time. Captivated by Crosby's deep, resonant voice, he became enamored with music. While his focus was also on girls, he remained self-conscious about his height, standing at approximately 5 feet 6 inches. After leaving school, Michael briefly worked as an apprentice cutter for a Liverpool tailoring firm, a job that lasted just 2 weeks. He then moved through a series of menial jobs before joining the Merchant Navy, following in his older brother Bob's footsteps. In December 1942, he transferred to the Royal Navy and trained in Plymouth, where he befriended fellow recruit Trevor Stanford, a pianist. The duo entertained their colleagues in the canteen, and years later, Stanford, under the stage name Russ Conway, found fame with 2 number-1 hits and several top 10 singles. After training, Michael was assigned to the cruiser HMS Norfolk and took part in the December 1943 operation that led to the sinking of the German battleship Scharnhorst. After being demobbed from the Navy in 1946, Michael returned to Liverpool, taking on various jobs while nurturing his dream of becoming a singer. One night at the Grafton Ballroom, he met Margie Barker, a young bank clerk from Toxteth who shared his love for Bing Crosby. She was amazed by how much his voice resembled Crosby's and encouraged him to pursue singing. His confidence grew when he won first prize at the New Voices of Merseyside competition at the Locarno Ballroom. Michael and Margie married on November 29, 1947, and moved in with his mother on St Agnes Road. Their first child, a daughter named Bonnie, tragically passed away at just 4 months old. They later had a son, and to support his family, Michael returned to sea as a steward, including a stint on the Queen Mary. His singing ambitions received a further boost when he won a $100 prize in a talent show at Radio City Music Hall in New York. Back in Liverpool, his breakthrough came through his brother Bob, who had left the sea and become a catering manager at Butlins Pathelli. This led to a season singing with resident bandleader Dick Denny. When he later joined Butlins' top band, led by Eric Winston, he adopted the stage name Michael Holliday, taking the surname of one of Margie's former boyfriends. At 30, Michael wrote to the BBC requesting a TV audition, and within 6 months, he made his first appearance. His performance caught the attention of EMI's Columbia Records, who quickly signed him. He found early success with covers of The Yellow Rose of Texas and 16 Tons, followed by his first top 30 hit, Nothing to Do, in 1956. Later that year, The Gal with Yellow Shoes and Hot Diggity reached the top 20. His chart success was modest until the end of 1957, when he recorded The Story of My Life, an early Burt Bacharach and Hal David composition. The song soared to number 1 in the UK, outpacing 3 competing versions. He also showcased his songwriting abilities with an original track on the B-side. With his smooth vocals and good looks, a film career seemed likely, but apart from an acting role in Life is a Circus, he focused on music and television. He had his own show, Relax with Mike, and performed the theme for Jerry Anderson's Four Feather Falls. More hits followed, including In Love, I'll Always Be in Love with You, and Stairway of Love, which reached number 3 in the UK. His second number 1, Starry Eyed, came in 1960, along with successful recordings of Little Boy Lost, and Hoagy Carmichael's Skylark. His smooth crooning style appealed to older audiences looking for an alternative to rock and roll. Between 1958 and 1962, he recorded 5 nostalgia-driven LPs alongside his contemporary hit covers. Though his chart success faded after 1960, Michael remained a popular TV and stage performer. However, he struggled with deep-seated shyness and insecurity, particularly about his height. His TV appearances were carefully staged to make him appear taller, and he feared audiences would notice his small stature during live performances. As his fame grew, so did his battles with anxiety and depression. His story was a media sensation, offering everything the public craved: rags to riches success, stardom, glowing reviews, hit records, television fame, wealth, luxury homes, flashy cars, and a seemingly endless stream of admirers. Yet beneath it all lay tragedy. As his career declined, so did his personal life. The debts piled up, the sleeping pills became a crutch, and failed attempts at taking his own life mounted. His wife, the only true love of his life, ultimately left, unable to endure the spiral of despair and his fleeting affairs. On October 28, 1963, after visiting a club owned by boxer Freddie Mills, Michael fell on the stairs at home and was knocked unconscious. His assistant called an ambulance, and upon arrival at Croydon Hospital, doctors discovered he had taken an overdose of approximately 20 sleeping pills. Sadly, he passed away the following day, on October 29. The inquest ruled his death as suicide. He had left a note for Shirley, expressing his feelings of helplessness, depression, and the burden of mounting tax debt. On November 7, he was laid to rest at Anfield Cemetery, his gravestone bearing his real name. His mother was laid to rest beside him 2 years later in the same plot. And there you have it. Though his career was brief, Michael Holliday left a lasting impression on British music history. His velvet voice and heartfelt performances continue to be remembered by fans of classic pop, ensuring his legacy lives on. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos of your favorite artists, just like this. Take care and bye for now.